Hi, fifth graders. So today we're going to talk about four of the main purposes of multiplication. So, all along in your math career, you have been taught that multiplying is making equal groups of something. And that's absolutely true. Multiplying does make equal groups, and that's the first purpose or first reason we use multiplication. We can tell that we need to use multiplication when we see phrases like batches or groups or sets of a number. We also often see that keyword each, which tells us that the groups are equal size. We might see word problem examples like this. Charlene has 5 1-pound bags of sand. For an art project, she will use 3/8 pound of each bag to create a colorful sand art jar. How much sand will be in Charlene's sand art jar? So I can draw a picture or a model of this by showing my 5 1-pound bags of sand, and I've shaded in 3/8 from each of those bags, which shows me that I'm taking 3/8 of the 5 different sets. That's making equal groups from these 5 amounts. So that's one reason we might need to multiply. Now, this year in fifth grade, it might be new to you that we also multiply when we're finding a part of a group. That means we're taking just a small piece of an entire group of people or items. And a big key to look for is going to be the fraction of or a number of combination. So, for example, you might see a word problem like this. Maya has 12 stamps. In her collection, 3/4 of the stamps are from the United States. How many of her stamps are from the United States? So the group that I have is made up of the 12 stamps, and the part is the 3/4. And if you'll notice, right next to that 3/4 fraction is the word of. That fraction of combination can help me recognize I'm taking a small piece of a group of something, in this case, stamps. So I could model that with counters or draw a picture that shows 3 out of every 4 from this entire group of 12. A third purpose of multiplication is very similar to that. So in that case, we found a part of a group. That means we had a whole number amount to start with. Sometimes when we're multiplying, we also need to find a part of a part. Now this time we're taking a fraction of another fraction, or a fraction of something that's already less than 1. And that fraction of combination will be a huge key for this as well. For example, Cheryl and Marcus are going to make 2 batches of muffins. The smaller batch is 2/3 the size of the larger batch. The recipe for the larger batch requires 3/5 cup of water. How much water will they need to make the smaller batch? So I know that the larger batch is still less than 1. It's only 3/5 of a cup. So when I multiply by 2/3, I'm taking a part, which is smaller than 1 full group, of the 3/5 of the cup, which is a part of 1 full cup. And again, that fraction of combination is really helpful for this particular kind of question. Finally, the fourth reason we might find multiplying is the right operation is when we're resizing or scaling something. That would be like creating a scale model. And you might see the fraction of combination again, or you might see the words creating a scale model directly. So for example, 1/3 of a 1 1/4 acre park has been reserved as a dog park. Find the number of acres that are used as a dog park. So this is a resizing question because I see that fraction of combination, 1/3 of is right here. And I know that I'm taking a 1 1/4 acre park and I'm only using a small part of it. These resizing questions are also questions that you could consider finding a part of a group or finding a part of a part. So those are four reasons we're going to need to multiply this year. And the more you look for some of these key phrases or key ideas, the easier it will be to spot a multiplication problem.